Good morning, first graders. My name is Mr. Wilson, and I'm here to read you a very special, interesting, and cool book.
Yeah.
This book, while I read this book, I've chosen a couple of special places where we are going to stop and talk, okay? So I know that some of you are going to have things you want to say. When you have those ideas, keep them locked up in your head until it's time for us to stop and talk. And then, when you want to stop and talk, and you want to add, give me a quiet thumb. Everybody show me a quiet thumb, just right on your chest like this. Oh, yeah, like that. And that is going to show me that you have something that you want to say. Now, when you show me a quiet thumb, are you going to shout out, I want to talk? What are you going to do? You show me a quiet thumb, and then I will say, okay, it's your turn to talk. And you're going to share with us.
How do you know his name? Because
I know a couple of your names because some of you have brothers or sisters in my class. And guess what? This book today is about brothers and sisters.
I have a brother. I got
How many, if you have a brother or a sister, show me a quiet thumb.
I have a brother and a sister. I have two brothers, one sister. She's on
So this book is about a little boy who has a new baby sister. If you have a brother or a sister, you probably know that sometimes you feel jealous. What does that word jealous mean? Show me a quiet thumb if you know what jealous means. It's like a feeling, like you're feeling a little mad.
Yeah.
What else do you think?
It's like that you don't have all the stuff other people have.
Yeah, you want something that somebody else has. Well, the little boy in this book feels jealous about his little sister because his little sister is getting the things that he used to have when he was a baby. The book is called Peter's Chair by Ezra Jack Keats. In this book, you're going to see that there is beautiful illustrations. Beautiful illustrations. You're going to be introduced to Peter and his dog. You're also going to meet Peter's mother. And you're going to meet Peter's father. And you're going to see that Peter gets jealous of his little sister and he decides that he's going to run away. And then after he runs away, well, I don't want to give away the ending. That's going to be a surprise, okay? So, while we read, there's something I want you to know, something that all readers do. All readers do this. When you read a book, they notice how characters or people in a book change. Sometimes a character, like Peter, will find that they have a problem, and after they meet their problem, they find a solution, and once they find that solution, they see, oh my gosh, I've learned a lesson, and I have changed. So I want you to notice, sit, rock off. I want you to notice, how does Peter change in this book? What lesson does he learn? It might have something to do with being jealous. All right. Peter's Chair by Ezra Jack Keats. Here's the title page. Peter stretched as high as he could. There. His tall building was finished. Crash! Down it came. Shh! Called his mother. You'll have to play more quietly. Remember, we have a new baby in the house. Do you think, I'm wondering, do you think that Peter's mother would have cared if he was loud before there was a new baby? What do you think? What do you think? No, he probably wouldn't have cared. Do you think that Peter's mom said, shh, there's a new baby in the house. Do you think she said that in a really gentle, nice way, or was it maybe a little more strict?
A little more straight.
Maybe a little more strict, yeah. And how do you think Peter feels about being told to be quiet?
Dad.
In the back. Yeah.
Maybe he'll go with that.
It feels a little sad.
Angry.
How else might he feel? Give me a quiet thumb if you want to add something. Yeah. Maybe he feels angry. Maybe he feels jealous. Peter looked into his sister Susie's room. His mother was fussing around the cradle. That's my cradle, he thought, and they painted it pink.
What the dog is looking to?
Yeah, you see the dog down there? His friend dog. The dog is friend.
What are they painting? Hot dog.
Well, hi, Peter, said his father. Would you like to help paint Sister's high chair? It's my high chair, said Peter. He saw his crib and muttered, my crib, it's painted pink too. Not far away stood his old chair. They didn't paint that yet, he shouted. How do you think Peter feels right now? Show me a quiet thought.
Mad.
Mad. Yeah, and you know what? The author here wrote words like muttered. That's what muttering is. And wrote words like shouted. That's mine. To show that he was angry. Now, what do you think? What do you want to add here? Nice quiet hand.
The gentleman jealous.
Maybe he feels jealous. What is he jealous of?
Jelly.
What is he jealous of?
Got the baby lips.
Just a second. Think about that for a second. Why might Peter feel jealous?
Because his sister is getting everything that he was using.
What do you think is going to happen next? What do you think is going to happen next? What do you think?
She's gonna take that chair. That's a chair.
You think he's going to take this chair? What's your name? No. Great prediction. Because guess what? On the next page,
He did.
he does take the chair. He decides he's going to run away because he's feeling so jealous. Good prediction. All right, so he says, not far away stood his old chair. They didn't paint that yet, he shouted. He picked it up and ran to his room. And you see the little doggies following him. Let's run away, Willie, he said. Willie is the dog's name, yeah. Let's run away, Willie, he said. Peter filled a shopping bag with cookies and dog biscuits. We'll take my blue chair, my toy crocodile, and the picture of me when I was a baby. And Willie got his bone. They went outside and stood in front of his house. This is a good place, said Peter. He arranged things very nicely and decided to sit in his chair for a while. Do you have a question? If you have something to say, remember those quiet thumbs. He arranged things very nicely. I see he's got his little chair. He's got a picture of him when he was a baby, his shopping bag. And what does Willie have there?
His bone.
His bone, yeah. But he couldn't fit in the chair. He was too big. I wonder how Peter feels right now. I wonder how Peter feels that he can't fit in his little chair anymore. Turn and talk to a buddy next to you. Tell them, how do you think Peter feels now that he can't fit in his chair? How do you think he feels? You think he feels jealous? realizing that he's too big for his little baby stuff? What do you think he's going to do next? Everybody, give me a quiet thumb if you're done talking. So, I heard you sharing your ideas with each other and talking, having really good conversations. You said you thought that he felt what? Kind of sad and kind of mad. Why? Because he can't fit in his baby. What did you say he felt like?
He felt like that he is too big for all his own baby stuff.
Huh. That makes me think he's maybe changing. He felt jealous at the beginning, and now he's realizing that he's too big for his old baby stuff. Maybe he's changing a little bit. Learning a lesson. Let's keep reading, find out. Hold on, get back. Okay. His mother came to the window and called, "Won't you come back to us, Peter dear? We have something very special for lunch." Peter and Willie made believe that they didn't hear, but Peter got an idea. Peter got an idea. Soon, his mother saw signs that Peter was home. Where do you think Peter is?
He's not. He's just pretending.
His mother said, "That rascal is hiding behind the curtain," she said happily.
How do you know that Peter's not behind the curtain?
I read this one.
Okay.
Oh, you read this one before?
Okay, be an expert, but don't give away.
She moved the curtain away. "But he wasn't there! Here I am!" shouted Peter. He's a tricky guy, isn't
But he wasn't there.
Peter sat in a grown-up chair. His father sat next to him. "Daddy," said Peter, "let's paint the little chair pink for Susie." I wonder if that's the idea that he came up with. Let me see her little hands. Let me read this part one more time for you. Peter sat in a grown-up chair. His father sat next to him. "Daddy, let's paint the little chair pink for Susie." I wonder if he would have done this at the beginning of the story. Hey,
Yeah. Turn around.
face right here. I wonder if he would have wanted to paint that chair pink at the beginning of the story. "Let's paint it pink for my little sister," and they did. So, I have a question for you. Remember how I told you that I wanted you to notice that Peter is going to change in this book? Do you remember that? And did you notice that he changed?
Yes.
What did you notice? Show me a quiet thumb if you want to share. Well, how did he change? What do you think?
Because he realized that he was too small and he was getting older and he got too big for his stuff.
Wait, oh, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. You said that he saw that he had a problem, that he was too big for his chair?
Yep, that was a problem.
Okay.
He wanted to know with the stops, and when they painted our chair, that was the problem.
Oh, wow. So you noticed the problem was that he couldn't fit in his chair, and the solution was that he painted the chair for his little sister?
That's nice.
Nice observation. Nice observation. Did you notice any other changes in Peter?
No.
Nothing else?
He felt a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I thought, yeah.
Who is the author?
Oh, the author. We'll get there in just a second. I'll tell you that. So, I noticed that at the beginning of this book, Peter felt jealous of his little sister, and he took that little baby chair, didn't he? And at the end of the book, he found out that he found a new chair to sit in. Did you notice what kind of new chair he was sitting
A
in?
big one.
Yeah, let's see here. I'm going to look back. Sometimes readers look back at what they read just to see if they got all the details. So it says here, Peter sat in a grown-up chair.
Grown up, not a baby.
Grown-up, not a baby chair. So I wonder if that tells us something about how he changed. What do you think? It says he sits in a baby chair at the beginning, and what kind of chair is he sitting in the end?
Grown up.
A grown-up chair. So what does that tell you about how Peter changed? What do you think?
This chair was too big for all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why he had to sit in a little chair.
Do little kids or big kids sit in grown-up chairs?
Big.
Big kids, right?
Sometimes
Sometimes.
little kids can.
Maybe sometimes little kids can too. But usually big kids sit in grown-up chairs, right? So he started off thinking he wanted his baby chair, but then he's sitting in a big kid chair. It's almost like he changed from being a little kid. It's like he changed from being a little kid to a big kid. It's like he grew up a little bit. Hey, I almost called you third graders. You're not third graders, are you?
Nicely that they're acting like third graders.
You are. I noticed that you are sitting quietly. You have listening ears on. You know what else I noticed? You noticed important details from this book. Like you noticed problems and solutions. You noticed how Peter changed in this book, that he learned a lesson. And I think that, hey, Mr. Spande,
Yes.
do you do like reading in this class? Like independent reading or anything like that?
Yeah.
Cool.
We do.
You do? I bet when you do your reading, you can notice what are the problems and solutions and how characters change when you read other books too.
And details.
And details.